Pat Brown is the daughter of J.C. McWatters, an RAF pilot during the Second World War. He ended the war with the rank of Wing Commander and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. Here's her story. So, what did you know about your dad?
Well, I was born when the end of the war was in sight, so I never knew my dad as a pilot serving in the RAF. He never ever talked about the war and his experiences, and by the time I was older and wanted to find out, it was too late to ask. When moving house, I found a diary he had written during his flying years from 1939 to 1945. Before the war, he had been training to work in the family business, which was a bakery, and like any other young person, he loved making things. He was interested in photography and motoring, and he had bought himself an old banger, an MG, which he was going to fix up. It even had a name. It was called Wilfred. But all these things were cut short whenever he and his friends realised that the war was coming. And as my dad didn't want to be called up to join the army, he trained as a pilot in the Royal Air Force Voluntary Reserve. Then on the outbreak of war, he was immediately called up to serve. Then his flying career began, and he completed many bombing missions over France and Germany, piloting a Lancaster bomber. In his diary, I see he complained about the engine noise and the rattling of the inside of the Lancaster bomber, and he just wished to walk along a country lane and listen to birdsong instead. As the war dragged on, he felt it was so futile and thought people at home didn't really realise how much effort it would take to win it. He had given all to the RAF and definitely felt damaged by this, the constant going out, flying at night over other countries and wondering if he would ever get back safely again. This would never go away, and nowadays we would call this post-traumatic stress. Nevertheless, he had a very distinguished career in the RAF and rose through the ranks, serving in different air bases and finishing up as a wing commander. I know that my dad was very brave indeed, and I'm so proud of him.
We asked the public what they thought about stories about war.
I think stories from the past that include some kind of sacrifice have a relevance to the past and the present.
This episode was recorded by Ben Brown for Queen's University Belfast.